The beautiful American city of Charleston in South Carolina welcomed the Velux 5 Oceans Round the World Yacht Race today for the fourth stop during this 8th edition of the race. This is the third time that South Carolina's largest city has been home to sailing's toughest solo race. As well as a long and illustrious colonial past, Charleston also has a rich maritime history and is a fitting setting as host port for the Velux 5 Oceans. And rather appropriately, it was American skipper and resident of Charleston, Brad Van Liew, who entered the waters off the east coast of the USA first to clinch victory in Ocean Sprint 4. The 43-year-old had been at sea for 23 days since leaving Punta del Este in Uruguay on the 27th of March. Van Liew had experienced frustratingly unpredictable weather systems and extreme fatigue on the grueling 5,700 nautical mile journey from South America. And amazingly, on one occasion, the former commercial pilot was knocked flat and left in severe pain after being hit by a large flying fish just a few days into Ocean Sprint 4. It had also been a leg that had seen the American chased relentlessly by his fierce rivals, Canada's Derek Hatfield and Britain's Chris Stanmore Major, both of whom had been desperate to beat Van Liew into his hometown. The American had been tracked all the way up the Atlantic, with Hatfield only 100 or so miles back and ready to take the lead should Van Liew make a tactical error or experience any technical issues. But in spite of that intense pressure, it was a tired but very relieved Brad Van Liew who crossed the finish line to take a well-deserved victory in Ocean Sprint 4. It's also a victory that signalled a clean sweep for the American in all 4 of the Ocean Sprints contested so far, with just a return leg to La Rochelle in France still to go. Van Liew now has an unassailable lead in the 2010-2011 edition of the Velux 5 Oceans, but still needs to complete the race before he can be crowned the ultimate winner of the event. So as the American's boat Le Penguin berthed dockside, Van Liew was treated to a rapturous welcome by both friends and family who had come down to greet the local hero. It was champagne once again for the race winner and a chance to reflect on what had been another exemplary display of solo sailing.
It was a heck of a leg. Derek really put it down hard and laid it down in a real way, and it was a real boat race all the way to the finish, and Chris has got Derek spooked and Derek had me spooked, and we were just wide open all the way here.
But this is the 4th one of these that I won, and it's the only one that matters! Yeah!
Obviously, if I could have chosen, one leg to win, this would be it. This is my home port, and I've involved in the maritime community here in Charleston, and all my friends and family are here, and it would have been pretty disappointing to have won the previous 3 legs and not win this one. So I was very focused and very determined.
For Van Liew, there was also the added pleasure of being welcomed home by his wife Megan and 2 children, who were understandably very glad to see their father once again.
It's a wonderful feeling to have him here. I know he's been so anxious to see the kids and to feel like, he's at his home with his house and his bed and his driveway and his car and everything else. So it's truly a blessing to feel like I can see the joy in his arrival.
With Brad Van Liew safely back in port and occupying the top spot on the podium, Canadian Derek Hatfield and British skipper Chris Stanmore Major are both expected to arrive in Charleston within the next 48 hours.